Hello, for my 500 subscriber special, I'll be doing a full account showcase, so a big thank you to all my subscribers. I really appreciate every like and I love reading all the amazing comments. I'll be releasing a first realm showcase back when I was a complete beginner at 1000 subs too, so if you want to see me hit 1000 and haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. So as you can tell, I have a pretty interesting way of playing the game. When I just started, I checked out endgame content and realized pretty fast that there was none, so I gave myself pretty severe handicaps right from the start. At the moment, I only let myself use level 40s and only 1 HP or defense scaling character, so no clam teams or Kokomi main DPS, and 0 defensive main stats on anyone who isn't my 1 defense or HP scaler. I don't even level up my flower on those guys. Also, I have an average of exactly level 8 artifacts and no food. So basically I'm an AR58 with the same level character and artifacts of an AR35, and I'm trying to do quests and stuff in world level 8. I have a decent level 90 team too for farming domains and Abyss. And I'll showcase that look towards the end of the video, but my first team is going to be an Ayaka freeze team with Ayaka, Ganyu, Zhongli, and Xingqiu, so here's my first character. As you can see, my attack is really hard to come by for a level 40, though my crit stats aren't bad. Here, 32 with 200% crit damage and really good ER. So for attack, I'm hoping to repair that with a Summit Shaper. As ironic as that sounds, I'll be getting rid of this sword as soon as I can because the 20% shield strength is really amazing for Summit Shaper. So the key with artifacts is that it's average level 8 artifacts, so I can afford to not upgrade my flower as much, so I have more crit on my circlet. And also, the thing is with low-level teams is that what makes a piece good is also really different. I rejoice when I get defense percent, honestly. So first we're going to ignore this flower. I'm going to replace it eventually. The feather, I really love this. So well-rounded, you don't really get much better than this. And then energy recharge sands. Good crit, not much else. Good crit, not much else, but those pieces are really hard to find, so energy recharge and cryo goblet. And then this is the only reason why I'm not under 1000 attack. Now Xingqiu is what happens when you can't afford a crit weapon and you don't have Blizzard Strayer. So I wasn't about to let myself go under 50% crit rate. And crit rate is a wasted stat with no crit damage, so maybe there's a better way to optimize him, but this is what I got. And this 1000 attack is already with me using attack goblet. So I'm going to have R5 Favonius Sword and of course C6 Xingqiu. My artifacts I'm pretty proud of. Well balanced flower, I wish it had crit damage. And an amazing defense roll here. With good crit, and more defense. Thank you. And yeah, 26 CV attack goblet. The only reason why I'm above 1000 attack. And a pretty good crit rate circlet. So I tried, guys, but this is about as good as I'm getting Xingqiu. Thanks to my defense rolls, he isn't getting one hit by everything, but he's still getting one hit by pretty much everything. 471 defense. Okay, next up is Ganyu, and she's an amazing secondary DPS. Her skill is just incredible at keeping me alive too, and in case you didn't know already, it creates a bait kind of like Amber's Baron Bunny. So I don't have Ganyu's second Ascension passive, which is usually the reason why people play Ganyu with Ayaka, but I do have her C1, which lowers Cryo Res for Ayaka, so it's a bit of the same thing. This time my attack is a little better because I have an attack sans, and the crit isn't bad at all. So here's my crit, 193, and that's with Blizzard Strayer. The weapon I'm using on her is going to be the Aqua Simulacra, because I love the HP percent that it gives, and this one's going to be R2. Artifacts they have good crit value, but they don't have much other useful stats, so I might improve them. Like this is crit, not much else, this is crit, not much else, attack, cryo damage, and I like this for the energy recharge. And mediocre attack circlets, so it's not a complete Ganyu. Still busted for level 40 Ganyu with level 8 artifacts, so I'm happy with it so far. And next up is Zhongli, who I'm very proud to get to 23,600 HP with a kind of okay energy recharge, 135.6. This is of course going to be a full HP build with black tassel and two-piece HP percent. So flower with amazing energy recharge, good HP, double HP feather, about as good sands as you're ever going to get. All HP rolls and energy recharge, HP and energy recharge, and HP. So this is about as good a Zhongli as I'm ever going to get. Next is going to be my healer, which I don't use much on my Ayaka team unless things get really tough. But Sayu is absolutely S tier. And I actually can play her with Zhongli with my handicaps because I only have one defensively built character, like defense or HP scaling, but Sayu with C6, she scales on elemental mastery, her healing, so she's perfect with Zhongli. 230 elemental mastery with the healing circlet is more than enough to get the job done. I think I'm healing my characters for like 3/4 of their health every tick for my burst because they have so little health. And this is 197 energy recharge with an R5 Nagamasa. So the passive gives you a ton of energy. So Sayu always has her burst. And now is my boss fighting team. So my boss fighting team is going to be Flishl, Ganyu, but I'm saving up for a C6 Mika, and then Sayu Zhongli. And Flishl is absolutely amazing at single target, like better than any 5-star I can think of, because she ascends on attack, and she also has really good access to Polar Star, which I have here, giving her lots of attack. So it's really easy to give her, she's the one non-Blizzard Strayer character that it's much easier for me to balance the stats for. So she has 1333 attack, and that's before Polar Star. So, before Polar Star, so with Polar Star, she's getting 30 to 48% more attack on top of that. So really fine attack. The stats, crit stats are, okay, I'm planning to replace my Goblet to balance out my crit stats a little better, but this is really not bad, considering how hard I worked for her attack. Energy recharge is pretty good. Now, so this is a superconduct boss fighting team with Polar Star, obviously C6, and Artifacts is going to be retracing Bolide, which ups her normal attack damage, which she's going to be all about if she's fighting bosses, and increases shield strength by 35%, which is so valuable. Let's find my feather, my flower. So, level 0 flower with amazing balance stats and lots of defense percent. This is my feather, level 8, with, energy recharge, crit damage, lots of crit rate here. And this is the Goblin I'm planning to replace, and a good crit damage circlet with tons of attack percent. So she'll be busted once I get my C6 Mika, and I'm really happy with her. Though my handicaps are going to mean I can't use Mika's burst, and I also can't build him for HP. And finally, I have a team for when I run into cryo shields too. So I like to use Yoimiya Flishl, and my Flishl looks a little different. So lower attack, but she has Polar Star still to compensate for it. It's okay. Her artifacts changes, it's going to be Thundering Fury and Shiminawa because the shield bonus from her Tracing Bolide is not so useful on sub DPS anymore. And her stats, pretty good. 130 ER and good ratios. These artifacts are really nice crit ratios, but not incredible attack percent, so maybe I'll get a chance to fix that someday. Good crit ratios, good crit ratios, good crit ratios on an electro bonus. And yeah, my Yoimiya build is going to be pretty similar to Flishl, but finally with an amazing attack stat for level 40. But brace yourself for the crit value. Yeah, so it's really tough. But she doesn't have Polar Star, so what can I do? I really like Aqua Simulacra on her because of the HP bonus, and she really needs it. I mean, look at her HP, she's got the bonus and it's still only 6,700. The artifact set is going to be Retracing Bolide because again the shield strength is incredible on such low level characters with like 300 defense. And it's pretty similar to Flishl's artifacts with a couple changes. Same flower, different feather, more crit rate, lots of crit rate on the sands, and a different goblet. Obviously it's a pyro goblet with good crit value. And attack circlet, that is why my crit rate is so low. I really love Yoimiya Flishl together because while I can't freeze to keep me alive, Yoimiya Flishl creates the overload reaction which knocks everyone back and keeps me safe. I realize everyone hates overload in level 90 teams in the Abyss because you can't kill them very quickly, but I'm not trying to kill people quickly, I'm just trying to stay alive. So yeah, I love the overload reaction. Okay, and now the big question, do I have a decent team? So this is my big Abyss team. It's going to be catching with Nahida, Sucrose, and Kuki. So not catching is going to have pretty good crit stats. Yeah, and her Ascension passive makes that pretty much 90% crit rate. C1, and the fact that I'm playing both Nahida and Budget Kazuha is kind of okay because I'm also using this weapon which ups my normal attack damage according to how much EM I have, so the crazy amount of EM I get from both of them isn't bad. It isn't that bad. And then Nahida also has decent crit stats, like this goes up by another 24%, so she's getting closer to 60% crit rate. And she's going to be using Sacrificial Fragments, and Sucrose is going to be my Thrilling Tales user, all buffing my Kuki. And then I also have a Yanfei team. So Widsith makes her busted, R4 Widsith with really good EM and good crit stats. So with Widsith, I'm still hitting like over 100k on my charge attacks when I get lucky. The big problem with my Yanfei is that I use Xingqiu with her, and Xingqiu's level 40, so Abyss can get pretty tricky. He gets one hit by everything. So as a teapot main, do I still enjoy playing Genshin outside of the teapot? The answer is an easy yes for me, and honestly, I feel like playing this way makes the game so much more fun. When you fight Raiden, it's supposed to be hard. I remember playing all afternoon trying to beat Signora and Raiden. It's not supposed to be easy beating Wanderer, like one of the strongest Harbingers, and honestly if it was easy, it would ruin the game for me, or at least the Archon quests. So yeah, when people see my account, some people question whether I can have fun without ever seeing my character's full potential, and honestly I feel like I'm just exploring my character's potential in different ways. It's really fun seeing how strong a low level team can possibly be, how strong I can possibly make level 40 characters. I also want to try clearing Abyss with the same handicaps I set out, so I have a lot to look forward to. So if you're new and checking out this video, as a Genshin veteran, I highly recommend putting aside some characters for explorations and quests, like people like Sayu or Wanderer, who are amazing explorers and really fun to use. So build decent teams too for Domain and the Abyss, but I really do think setting aside some characters for a special exploration team with enough level caps so you aren't just one-hitting every enemy you see is going to make the Genshin world so much more magical. because there's actually a lot that Genshin did right with the combat system, and it's really a shame to just skip over it. Anyways, that's it for now, so I hope you enjoyed and see you in the next video.